just like I was spellbound, all the odds were against me.
Hey guys, it's your girl Cheyenne from Plant My Happy Space. Welcome back to the channel. If you're not already, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I want to see some more of you guys. Hopefully you want to see some more of me. You can also follow me on Instagram at Plant My Happy Space. I post on there pretty frequently. If you ever want to see updates to my plants or sneak peeks for future videos, please follow me over there. Today, we are doing a very fun collab video with Nicole from My Clean Leaves.
Hi! Hello, Cheyenne subscribers. Thank you for having me on your channel. I'm very excited.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't already seen it, we did a collab video on her channel as well. So please, after watching this video, click over there. If you're here because you're from her channel, then welcome. It's a cool time over here. Today, we are going to be repotting some plants just to kind of like have something to do, while also talking about 5 plants that we believe are overrated.
Overrated. I probably could have selected some more,
Yes.
but 5's the limit.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be doing today. If you guys want to, you follow along. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with any of our choices for overrated plants.
I'm excited to see if we pick the same plant or like the same like genus of plant even.
Yeah. So I feel like you and I have like almost like a little bit of a different taste when it comes to plants. Like I see a lot of like, obviously you have a lot of cactus videos, but I see a lot of like different kinds of like succulent type plants that you have that like I don't own a lot of those. So I feel like we might be mentioning some different stuff, but we'll see. we shall see.
Can I show you what I'm going to repot? Okay,
yes,
so
please
I grabbed this lithop that I have, speaking of succulents. I've had this for a while. I want to say maybe around a year, and it sprouted out 2 new like little growth points on it, and it's been like this for a while, but it's so weird that it's like growing straight up like that. When you think of lithops, usually they stay together and they kind of stay like condensed and like short low to the pot. So I'm really curious to see what's going on in here. I'm just taking it out, checking the roots, and I'm probably just going to pot it back up into the same container. And then I have this string of hearts that I recently chopped off of my mama plant for like the 5th time. This thing grows like a weed, no joke. Do you have string of hearts? Okay, so you know, it's just a constant haircut all the time with this thing. So I'm gonna just pot this up. Both of them are going in soil, so I'm gonna just pot it up in there. I got it rooted and it's ready to go.
All right. I am gonna be repotting. I have this philodendron ploumanii. It's still in the soil that came with it, and I don't know if it's either root bound or this is the airiest soil ever, but it dries out every like 2 days, and I'm just not consistent enough to be dealing with any plant that needs to be watered that often. So I'm gonna put it in my mixture in a little bit of a bigger pot, and so hopefully that'll solve that problem.
Cool.
And then I've got my philodendron gloriosum that I just took out of soil this morning, and I'm going to be putting it into these like this rectangular self-watering pot that I found.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because these are crawlers, so I feel like anytime if I use a round planter with it, I'm gonna have to repot it more often. But with this
That's a good idea.
Yeah, with this rectangular one, it can go a little bit longer and not have all this extra space on the side for no reason.
Very interesting. That's cool. You're gonna put it in soil?
I'm gonna put that one in leca. I just took it out. Yeah, I just took it out of soil this morning, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Cool. Sweet. All right. Should we get started? Okay. Okay.
Okay. So guys, we're gonna start off with Nicole's gonna be repotting her plants while I show you guys the 5 that I think are overrated, and then we'll swap.
Yay! I'm excited to see this, what you pull out.
All right, you're not allowed to hate me for any of
Same goes for you.
these.
I promise it's none of the plants you sent me.
I'd be so butthurt. You're like, I know it was my favorite plant that I ever wanted, but it's so overrated, guys. It's just...
I mean, give me 6 months and then we'll reassess. I'm kidding.
Okay, so the first one I've got right here is a ZZ Raven.
Oh!
I'm going to say I feel this way about the regular ZZ as well, but especially this one. I don't understand the hype of it. Like, I know some people are really into, like, the gothic kind of plants, so, like, them being, like, darker, I kind of get. However, I don't think these are actually black. They don't look black. They might look a little black when you, like, freshly clean them, but they're really just, like, a dark greenish gray.
Yeah.
And I personally cannot keep ZZs alive.
Get out, really?
Yeah, I've almost killed my original ZZ, so why I thought to get a Raven ZZ is beyond me, but, like, I've managed to keep it alive, but I don't even, like, check on it, because it's like, I bought it, and then I was like, I don't really know what to do with you, and I don't really, you don't tickle my pickle in any way, so...
Oh, the ZZ Raven. Cool, duly noted.
I don't know.
I get it. I'm not hating on you.
I just don't.
Some people might, though. You're gonna have some haters.
And I know some people are gonna be upset because I know that's a plant that a lot of people like.
It is. It's really sought out. It was really sought out like a few months ago. I feel like it was everywhere, like in grocery stores, even. You know.
Yeah, when I did a haul video, like my monthly haul videos, and I said that I had gotten the Raven ZZ, there was like a bunch of comments that is like, "Where did you get that?"
Yeah.
plant? And I'm like,
you're like, you want it?
Yeah, you want mine?
Oh, that's so funny.
I don't even know. Like, I feel like that happens a lot where, like, I buy a plant and I feel like it's going to give me more joy than it does.
Mm-hmm. And then you're disappointed.
And then and then I'm like, well, you're just wasting, like, so much space that I could have a cuter plant. That's
funny.
Okay. Number two.
2.
I have this one. It's just a little propagation because I cut up the mother plant, so this is the one I was going to keep for myself. But this is a philodendron gigas.
Oh.
And I think these are overrated because, to me, this plant looks so similar to, like, a melanochrysum.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, did she grab a melano?
Yeah. So, like, it kind of looks like one that's not necessarily immature, but it's not fully matured yet. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm like, why does everybody want the gigas when, like, you could just get a melanochrysum and, like, be settled? Like, why? Like, I don't... Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. I can see tiny differences in the two. Like, it's not as heart-shaped, but really neither is the melano. Well, the mature version is. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not hating on you yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I might like sell or get... Dropping liquor. I might, like, sell or give this one away because, like, it's just not bringing me joy. And, like, I have so many plants that have, like, similar qualities to this that I just...
Yeah. Why have another one?
I don't know. Yeah.
I just finished repotting my lithop. I showed the roots while you were talking. But it had a substantial root system, and now I just think it looks a little bit better in the pot. It's like a little lower in the pot. And I'm going to top it with some lava rock. But yeah, One down. Okay. On to my string of hearts. I'm actually curious to see the roots. Let me see. Look at those little tiny baby roots. Yeah. And string of hearts are so resilient that you don't even really need to root them, you know, I feel. You just pop them in soil and they just root up.
Yeah, I feel like my string of hearts is one of the few plants I've had that I've never really tried to propagate.
I just have to continually cut it, and I like don't want to throw it out, you know?
Yeah, I cut mine a lot because they grow so quickly, but the lower leaves are always like super tiny compared to the ones on the top. And I don't like that look, so I usually consistently cut it back up to like the bigger leaf, and then it grows more, but they're all small, so then I cut it back to the big leaf and like just let it keep doing that forever.
Its thing. Keep it short. Ooh, I'm getting soil all over my office. It's fun. Thank God for hardwood floor, you know?
Yeah. I have to be careful because my puppy will try to eat anything I drop, including
soil. No.
For a while when she was like teeny, she'd like go and try to like go up to my plants, and I was afraid she was trying to eat the plant because obviously a lot of house plants are toxic. Yeah. So I was like trying to train her not to go towards the plants, and I finally started to realize she did not care about the plant in any way, shape, or form. She
wanted the soil?
She was teething. She wanted the bark that I had in the soil.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I was like, and of course I had to snatch him out of her so she wasn't pooping splinters, but I was like, you psychopath. And she would tip over the entire plant to get to the bark.
Oh my gosh. But the plant she didn't care anything about. That is so funny.
Oh, all right. Number three for my overrated plants. I have the Sansevieria Moonlight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, this is Moonshine.
Moonshine.
Moonshine. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just don't understand, like, why, I don't know. Like, there are so many more Sansevierias out there that are far more interesting looking than this one. Like, there's, like, the Bantel Sensation, like, even the generic one that people can find at, like, Lowe's that's, like, green and yellow. Like, I feel like those look so much more interesting.
Like the mother-in-law tongue. That's what they call that. Yeah.
I feel like those look so much more interesting than this, which is, like, literally just
it's just light green, yeah. That's I don't have one of those, but I feel ya. There's like zero variegation on that, and there are. So Sansevieria is now Dracaena, right?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, okay, I'm not either. I just wanted to point that out and make sure I got that right, because I can never remember. I'm like, yeah, they're Dracaena. Like, why would someone do that? Anyway, I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of snake plants in general. You know, like I'm just not. But that one is pretty boring, so I don't blame you.
I love so. I feel like they're really nice, like just placeholder plants.
Like bookends.
Kind of like the same. Yeah. But because like I don't have to think about them. Like I've got some that are in bright light, some that are in low light, and I water all of them like maybe once every like 2 months. Yeah. And they still push growth for me, and like they don't drop leaves or anything. So I'm like, they're kind of just like the perfect place. Like I have our guest bedroom. Is like the lowest light room in the house because there's only one very small window in that room, and it's a northern room. And so it's essentially like a no light room. And I have a very large Sansevieria in that room that just like is loving life in there. And it's like, I was like, sweet, because it won't die in there, and I almost never go into the guest bedroom unless we have.
So you don't have to look at it.
And I don't have to remember to go in there and water it, because by the time I do remember it, it's probably still there.
That's hilarious. That's a good way to. This is a good plant to put in the guest bedroom. And I'm sure your guests would appreciate it when we're allowed to have guests again. You know.
Yeah. We've had people still come over, and I mean like
family and stuff.
Yeah. 3.
Number 3, I'm still not mad at you. I can actually kind of agree with you on most of these.
All right, number 4 is my Calathea White Fusion.
Oh, Calathea, yeah. Oh, I hate Calathea.
So
sorry. Just lost a bunch of subs. In real time. Just watch my sub count go down.
I love Calathea, and I have a lot of Calathea that I truly enjoy, and they're some of my favorites. But this one, everybody who does care for Calatheas knows that this is one of the more fussier ones to take care of. And I don't disagree. I did a care video on Calathea, and I specifically mentioned how to take care of this one.
Right.
But the thing that sucks about it is if you give it the care that basically prevents it from looking like absolute trash, it stops turning white. So if you see some of these newer leaves are not white, they're actually a pale green.
Yeah.
So the white starts to go away so that it can get more chlorophyll.
Yep.
But if you give it brighter light, the whole thing just browns out on you.
It does have very beautiful variegation, and I guess I can see why it's sought out, but I don't blame you for putting it on the overrated list. I don't.
I just feel like
I get it.
I just feel like almost like the return ratio is just not there. Like, it's beautiful, but it's not one of the cheaper Calatheas to get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to look like the plant you want it to. It's either going to lose some of its white so that it can look nice, or it's going to keep the white that eventually just turns brown.
Right.
I just don't like plants that are this much effort to just look like how they're... Like, I don't like when I have to put in this much effort for it to look like the plant I bought. Like
Google says it should look like.
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, I get it. I get that.
Very frustrating. Like, all my other Calatheas are beautiful, and like if I don't give them the care that they absolutely want, they might give me a little bit of crispy edges, or they might give me a smaller leaf than what I'm used to getting. But like, this is like literally no care is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm either going to look like crap, or I'm not going to look like the plant you bought. Welcome to the party.
Diva.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just finished with my string of hearts, and I think it looks really cute. I actually just topped it with like orchid bark on top. I don't know if you could see that, but it's cute. She's happy. All right, I'll put it over here, and I'm just gonna sit attentively listen to you talk about your last plants.
Yes. So, number 5 is not a plant I own. It is a plant that I feel is so overrated that I will never purchase it.
That's pretty overrated.
Yes. And that to me is an Aglaonema pictum tricolor.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Have you ever had one?
No.
Okay.
Nothing about this plant makes me want to buy it. Like, I don't... So, because, like, it's already hard to find and expensive, but nothing about the way it looks makes me want it. Like, to me, it is not a very interesting plant. Like, I can literally buy a Syngonium army that has the exact same coloration as the pictum tricolor for way less money. Like,
and it's probably easier to care for,
right.
I would think.
So, like, yeah. I'm like, what about a pictum tricolor is so interesting? And
I bet you'll have people tell you in the comments section below. I can't wait to read this comment section.
Like, the amount of plants out there that have 3 colors on them, and why does the pictum tricolor need to be this sought after? Like, I don't...
Do you know how much they are off the top of your head?
I do not. I know...
Okay.
I know they're out there, though.
Yeah.
They're out there.
That's so funny. I will never buy this plant.
It's just, I just don't get it.
Well, it's funny that you picked one that you would never buy because I also picked one that I would never buy. And you're going to be interested to hear what it is.
Okay.
So, should I get into mine?
While you talk about yours, I'm going to repot my plants.
Okay, so my first one is the Philodendron pastazanum. Pastazanum? So I had a feeling you might be a little offended by this, but this could totally be the fact. I have 2 of these plants in potted in 2 different plants. And I got them as a gift from someone, and they were testing out their plant shop. So they came from pretty far away, and they have not done anything for me. I had them in soil to start, and this is what happened in soil. And this could, again, like, be the care that I'm giving this plant, and they could both be, like, I don't know, they could both have a disease. I don't even know, to be honest. But then the new leaves are just growing in like this. So it could be some type of a deficiency, but it just does not look much different to me than a freaking deliciosa. I don't see the hype in it. I really, really don't. However, do you have one of these?
Yeah, I do.
Because it's probably way more impressive than what I'm showing you right now.
Yeah. I mean, so I have one that it is amazing looking, but
like, I mean, I know what the mature leaves are supposed to look like, and it is beautiful, but I just don't really see a big hype in them, like, at all. Like, and it could be the fact that, like, I've just been really trying with these plants for a long time now. Mm-hmm. I think I got these in beginning of March, like, mm-hmm. right before the pandemic happened. And I've tried everything and it's just not working. So I don't know. And then, like, the fact that they're just a solid green, nothing, like, the ripples, like, I don't have a ton of ripples in them. Like, it just, I don't know. I just don't. Yours probably looks way better, though.
Now I have to get mine and show you. Okay. So this is the one that's mine.
Oh, okay.
And it's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Yeah. Yeah. The ripples are impressive. But it just doesn't do it for me, really. It really doesn't. I know, I'm going to get some hate on that. From you, too, apparently.
From me. If it's only me, that's fine, but it will be there.
Okay, number 2 on my list. Now, I'm not a very big fan of Peperomia in general. Like, I used to have a lot more Peperomia than I have now, but this one I've seen so many people talk about loving it, like, and it's just so gorgeous, and I just don't really get it. The Peperomia parallel, which also has many different names.
Yeah, I think they call it also like the mini watermelon or something like that.
Mini watermelon. Yeah, so again, this could totally be my like, me having it and my experience with the plant, I think also just has a factor on what we think is overrated or not. Yeah. But I have this one that's been grown in water, and I love trailing plants, but it's just like the pickiest plant I've ever had. It literally does, like, this is the extent of this plant growing in soil for me. Since I've had it, like, over a year since I've had it. And then this one has only lived in water. Literally, as soon as I try to put it in soil or leca, I lose a whole bunch of leaves. Like, it just throws an entire fit, and it wants to be in water. So this plant is going to live in water for the rest of its life. And maybe I'll give it a little super thrive. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I just don't see why people love it so much. Like, I don't know. The markings aren't even all that to me. Like the veining, I don't know. I don't get it. I kind of agree with you on that one. Okay. Yeah, it's just not as impressive as people make it out to be. Yeah. All right, let's see. Number 3. Oof. That plant is just a stunner right there, Cheyenne.
Thank you.
Okay, now this is definitely gonna have me lose some subscribers. For sure.
Okay.
Like, no doubt about it. And I'm ready for it. I'm fine with it. Good old Monstera deliciosa.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I said it. And again, this could be because I have not had a lot of luck with Monstera deliciosa. Now I'm going to preface this by saying I have a Monstera Thai constellation that I love to no end, and it has fenestrations and it's beautiful, and I got it from your very own Cheyenne sitting in front of you. But the deliciosa, I've had this plant for going on 2 years now, and the extent of the fenestrations is this leaf right here. Like, this is my biggest Monstera leaf. It's the size of my hand, you guys, like, pretty much. And, like, I'm sure people are yelling at the screen, probably being like, give it more light, or this plant has literally been in every window of my house. It has been fertilized. I've changed the potting medium. I have a piece of this plant in leca. I've rooted it in sphagnum moss. I've rooted it in water. I have a plant of it outside in soil even, and it does not get bigger. These leaves don't get bigger. I don't know if it's like the part of the world I live in. I don't know. But I see people with these just gigantic Monstera leaves with these fenestrations, and I'm so jealous. And I'm just like, you know what? To me, it's overrated, and I'm over it. And I'm done. Like, I will never buy another Monstera deliciosa if this doesn't work out for me.
I think the only reason I don't inherently agree with that is only because mine is probably literally the largest plant I have in my collection. It's giant. It's in a 10-inch pot, I think, 10 or 12.
Wow.
And it's very tall. I think just, not even including the pot, I think just the stem portion is like 3, maybe 4 feet tall.
Wow.
Just above the pot. And
yeah,
it's huge, and it's given me some pretty nice venestrated leaves. And like, I think that was actually one of the first like rare plants I got, because I got it probably like 2 years ago when that was like the hottest commodity to have.
Yeah.
And it was actually the first plant I had ever bought off Etsy, and I got it from House of Monstera. And
oh, okay.
And all of his plants that I've purchased show up in like great condition. So I think it was literally like I just got a good specimen, and at the time it was like one of the only rare plants I had at the time. So it got the best conditions. I put it wherever it wanted to be was where I was going to put it. Like,
well, Monstera, like deliciosa specifically, don't they just like grow outside in Florida like crazy?
Yeah, they do. Like
everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I see other people with these gorgeous plants, even living where I live. So it can't be the part of the world I'm in. I don't know. I just want somebody to come to my house and be like, here, Nicole, this is what you need to do. Maybe you'll love it more. But for right now, I chopped up my mother plant a while ago, and I was like, I'm starting from scratch, and it's not. Okay. The last one I have to show, this kind of goes for every plant in this genus, actually, for me.
Oh, goodness.
Is Syngoniums. Specifically just this plain ass green Syngonium. I don't know. Like, they just don't really do much for me. Now, the elbow, like, is absolutely beautiful, but I don't think I'd ever buy one. I'm just not a Syngonium fan. I think that they're slightly overrated, and the leaves are like super thin, and I don't know. I'm just not a big fan. I do see some people that keep Syngoniums, and they're just absolutely gorgeous.
I actually have the elbow right here behind me, and it's...
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, it's pretty, but would I ever buy it? Probably not.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. And maybe it's something about the leaf shape. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I have this one here. It's been in water for a while now, and I had it in leca, and then I need to get a moss pole for it because obviously they like to climb. So
yeah,
I'm getting ready to repot it. But I mean, I'll keep it as long as it's putting out new growth. But I don't know. Have you ever had spider mites on yours?
yes.
Yeah.
Like everybody says that like alocasia is like a spider mite magnet. No, my syngoniums are a spider mite magnet. I've gotten so many more spider mites on syngoniums and peperomia than I have ever gotten on alocasia. Like
yeah. That's what I've heard too. I've heard more people get them on their syngoniums. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Like if I'm gonna spend my money on something, it's not gonna be a syngonium. Okay, so now for my very last one. You're repotting your second one now. Yay.
Yes, I started repotting my Gloriosum.
Cool. So for my very last one, a plant that I would never, ever purchase and never have.
Please don't tell me it's the one I'm repotting.
No. It's actually the ZZ Raven.
Really?
That's the one I picked. That's why I giggled when you pulled yours out. I was like, yeah, no. And no, I just, they were hyping it up and they were saying that, like everybody wanted it because it, like you said, it says that it's this black plant. It's really not. Like I look at it more so like as a deep, deep burgundy almost. And like I've never really been a huge fan of ZZ plants in general, other than the fact that they're pretty much super easy to take care of for me. Like I've always, like I have a regular ZZ, I have 2 of them, and we keep them in the basement just because they're low light, so they don't get a lot of light down there, and they're fine. But like, even though they're really prolific, I don't know, like just their growth pattern and just like the texture of the leaves is just not something that I ever really loved. So when the ZZ Raven came out and it was like this big hype and it was super expensive, I was like, I mean, it's cute, but no, like, I don't know, like, it's just a black ZZ, and it wasn't even black, like you said. Like, I totally agree. So, yeah. Funny that we picked the same one.
I actually didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think we were going to pick anything the same.
Yeah, and we did. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I bet you that's going to be so happy in there. Is that a lechuza pot?
No, it is not. I do have Summit lechuza, like the one I put my Queen Anthurium in your video.
Okay.
That's a lechuza pot. This one is just like a $15 one I got off Amazon.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know, I was looking for one specifically like this because I wanted a rectangular one for my Gloriosum, and lechuza actually does sell one that was rectangular, and I wanted it, but the rectangular one that they have doesn't use a wick. It uses it's like the rocks go into like the legs or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I personally prefer the wick method. Hey guys. Editing Cheyenne popping in real quick to tell you that technology was not on my side during this video and my microphone cut out at the very end. Luckily it waited till we were done with our overrated plants to cut out, so all you guys really missed was some chit chat between us. I mean, clearly the chit chat was gold, so I'm sorry you guys missed it. However, I was super happy to do this video. Nicole, if you're watching this, thank you. I would love to do this again in the future. And for you guys, my subscribers that just sat through this whole video just to watch this trash outro, thank you guys. I will see you in my next video. Peace out.
No, I'm about to explode.